Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing good. We're about to go over 3 days of speed runs. Um, there's wrecks, there's not wrecks, there's all kinds of crazy stuff happening. So let's get to it. Stick with me till after the intro and we'll get started.
1. Let's get started.
Day one, ready to go, headed to the track. The first day I went to the track, I didn't get any video per se. I've got pretty much a screenshot of the new camera on my buggy, and I've got a picture of the GPS. The ESC, the way I had it mounted, I felt like the center of gravity on the buggy was too high. So I went like 71 miles an hour, and it was pretty uncontrollable as far as swaying and like veering on its own. So I'll post a picture of the GPS, and then I just cut it short. There wasn't really any reason to push it. You don't really want to wreck a $5,000 remote control car because you're pushing it for no reason. So we'll take a look at that GPS. So I came home and I made some big changes. I moved the SC forward and down probably 4 inches. Um, that was the biggest thing. I did a couple toe adjustments, some camber adjustments, some little stuff. I had the thin Pro Stock 1 inch wide BRPs on the front, and I had some 2 inch wide treaded BRPs on the rear. So I was just going to take it the next day after I made the changes, and let's look at the changes. This is with the ESC mounted high farther back. I moved the ESC forward, dropped it down, and I also stretched the cage out. Here's a picture of the front mounts I made. Here's a pic of the rear mount. So I got a new GoPro. I got a Hero Black 9 that's got the built-in GPS. And I got one off Facebook Marketplace here local. And here's a video of me checking it out in the church parking lot down the road. Now, I cannot convey the 16th and maybe an 8th throttle that I pulled in this parking lot. Like, I turned this thing no RPMs. I was just really letting the camera get some footage and seeing how it acted with everything in the background and the GPS and, the different graphs it has and that kind of thing. It's really going to make the videos better and funner for me. So. Let's get back to the next day of speed runs. So I get to the track the next day, and I get the car out, and Jacob Hensley's there with me. And I want to see how straight and how stable the car's going to be, so I drive it a little bit. And it was all right, but it was not great. So I bring it, and I change the front tires on it to a wider tire, and then I turn on the camera, and we start. You're going to want to watch this. Getting everything checked and turned on. There's a process to these cars when they get to this kind of power and size and weight. You have to be very careful. Let's see how she does. I'm going to quick check that the GPS is reading, and then let's do it. So running this car, I'm running a lot shorter distance than what you run if you go to, let's say, a competition. I'm running through about 1,320 feet, and I'm not even really running that in this video. Rosa organization runs through like 2,600 feet, and then they slow down for 900 feet. You did just see that right. The car ran off the road at about 83, or the GPS was catching up. It was probably slowing down, rolled a couple times and stopped. And now it's waiting on me to get to it and see what's going on with it. Everything's still in. This is just kind of slung, which it wasn't 84. The shocks broke, which I got another one on that.
The shock might be it.
Maybe. It's still on, so that's good. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. I think the shock's all. Man, that thing was spinning at the end.
I heard you get into a little bit. I heard woo.
Yeah, I know, and that's when I was like, damn. I mean, you know, like, oh man. Yeah. Yeah. I got shit to fix that at home.
I think that's it, just that little plastic.
Yep, cap. That's why I like the Baja right there. You know what I mean?
They take it.
It wasn't going 85 when it run off the road, but I mean, it was, you know. Okay, so here's the video that Jacob took. So a shock cap broke, and that was about the only thing. I have data from that. That was good. And let's look at that real quick. 14,300 RPM at 84 miles an hour. It will turn 55,000 RPM. I had to address body roll, so I tightened the shocks all the way down, then used zip ties to get it to the right ride height. I'm going to lower it in the future, but this ought to make a big difference over how it was. After a few minor little tweaks, I was ready to go again the next day. Ready to go on the third day. Got both GPSs ready, got the camera, got everything in line. I got my treaded tires on the front, and I got some rib tires on the rear. So when I got to the drag strip, I realized that I had forgot my GoPro batteries, which I had my bud with me, so he filmed the car. I really missed the GoPro footage, but we'll have it next time. I'm gonna make a pretty easy lap down, and then I'm gonna turn it up coming back. I'm trying to get as far down as I can to get a good run back. Here we go. So something happened I did not expect to happen at all. Like, I just didn't think this would happen. It wasn't a worry. I'm not sure why, but let me show you what happened. The BRPs come apart, separated. It could have been a lot worse. I'm glad it just was what it was and it slid to a stop. But yeah, I need to find out from BRP if these was supposed to be fronts, if they were old, why this could have happened, or, if it was my fault. Well, I mean, the tires blew out, but other than that, it was on a straight, steady, good pass. It really felt good until the tires blowed. Let's look at what the GPS has said. I did not expect 90 miles an hour. It was going so smooth and straight. It could have easily broke 100. I can't wait. So let's look at the data from that run. 14,300 RPM again. The difference is just the smoothness. So in that, when it blowed the tires off and it got a little crazy, it broke a cup on the transmission. Drive cup. Luckily, I had a built replacement in a blue aluminum case just sitting, waiting for this moment. So I decided to change the transmission out. Fully built internals and an RC Max lay shaft. Address lowering, because I got some pieces I'm going to show you. And I think address lowering. So let's look at the lowering. I got these lowering brackets that eliminate the shock tower and everything that goes along with it from Keon Wells. I seen him on Facebook, and they were $110. You run a short shock on the back, and on the front, you eliminate the shocks altogether with these brackets that attach where the shock would attach, lock in under the A-arm, and the pin runs through them. They're really nice. They're laser cut. They're substantially lighter than what you remove, so you're saving a lot of weight. I removed about 788 grams. The bracketry I put back in place was only 107.5 grams. So that's like 680 grams saved. The rear shocks are going to be off a Rofun F5. I got them off of eBay for $53. They're CNC aluminum, and they're blue. They match the transmission. Here's a look at the Buggy all back together. Built transmission, lowering brackets installed, all the shock towers removed, and waiting on shocks and rear BRPs, and then we'll be ready to make another go at it. I'm looking for at least 100. I know the Buggy's got plenty of power to break the record at 135.4. I just got to get my confidence up in the Buggy to be able to do that. Get all the little bugs worked out. Like I said, we've made 3 real passes. Now we're really getting into it. From now on, I expect at least 100 miles an hour and substantial pickups every time we do it. So hang along with us. It's going to be a wild ride. So I just want to take a minute and say that on the speed calculator, with the gearing that I have and the tire diameter and the transmission ratio and everything, it says this Buggy will go 146 miles an hour, but the speed calculator is only 12S. So this Buggy's on 15S. So it says it'll go 146 on 12S. So what will it do on 15S? And also, I've only turned this Buggy 14,300 RPM, and it's run 90. It'll turn 55,000 RPM on 15S. So we haven't even, like, from the data, it said that I have pulled only 80% for less than a half a second. And, you're talking about the whole course of the run is only, 15 seconds maybe. I'll have to look, but I will. Little over 80% throttle input, the red line. Thank y'all for watching. I know this was a long video. If you want to like and subscribe, please do. If you don't, that's fine too. Doesn't matter. And I really enjoy y'all enjoying this, because I enjoy it. And see you next time.